My dad was not a jokester, but his fun side did come out once in a while. When I was 12, he took me to a Chicago White Sox game with a group from a local tavern. The game between the Sox and the Indians was in the 9th inning, with the Sox ahead by a run. I was having so much fun, I said, I hope the Indians tie the game in the 9th. The die-hard Sox fans we were with were horrified, but not Dad. He started cheering for the Indians to score, even as the men yelled, "Cut it out. You're a Sox fan." The Sox ended up winning, everyone was happy, and my dad and I laughed all the way home. I miss him tremendously. Here's my favorite dad joke, with me as the dad. Every Sunday on the way to church, we would have to stop at a railroad crossing. And each time, I'd tell my 12-year-old daughter, a train just went by. Know how I can tell? It left its tracks. I got a moan the first couple of Sundays. After a while, every time we'd pull up to the crossing, all I had to do was look in the rearview mirror and she would smile. My daughter is now a college graduate and lives out of state, but every time I cross those tracks, I think of her. If it was a blustery day, you could be sure to hear my dad remark, "It was so windy today. I had to wrinkle my forehead and screw my cap on to keep it there." My father liked to say, "I'm bald because a good man always comes out on top." Dad loved to make people laugh. At his funeral, the preacher said, in his lifetime, this man told thousands of jokes, but they were always the same one. If my father was in a doctor's waiting room and saw another old-timer looking dejected, he'd shuffle up and tell him, "A rabbit goes to the dentist, and the dentist says, 'I need to pull a tooth, but I'll give you Novocaine.' The rabbit answered, 'Not me, Doc. I'm an ether bunny.'" My father and I were in the snowplow he drove for work when I saw a switch encased in a box. "What's this for?" I asked. "It's to turn red lights green," he replied. As we reached a red light, he pointed to the box. "Try it." I hit the switch, and it worked, the light turned green. Only much later did I find out that it was his garage door opener.